I did my part. Let me do audio test. Lukas here talking. Can I talk? I'm talking.
You're in the living room tonight.
Yeah, Alex doesn't feel amazing, so she's gonna sleep.
She's gonna sleep. Got it.
I'm ready.
You are.
I'm good to chive.
All right, take a drink.
Yeah. Had to coach tonight again. Some games. Didn't lose my mind this time, so I am celebrating that.
Head coach?
Head coach for the 6th graders today. We flipped a coin for it. But we did lost. The 6th graders had to play 7th graders. 7th graders had to play 8th. So we lost. They were gigantic. But they played well, even though they were outmatched. And I didn't scream at the refs.
I remember when we were in middle school at Riverside, we had one kid who ended up playing college ball a grade younger than me. When he was in 8th grade, his name was Danny Betcher. In 8th grade, he was like 6'4", so he was already dunking, but you couldn't technically dunk in middle school. It was against the rules. But like he tore people up. He torched them.
Yeah, it's not fair.
He's like 6'9" now. He was good in college or good in high school too.
Fucking, they had a 7th grade girl who was like 6'1".
Girl?
Yeah, she was like legitimately 6'1", the biggest girl I've ever seen.
Dang.
It was ridiculous.
Dude, college girls hoops this year is nuts. They got some ballers.
It's true, yeah, of course. South Carolina, though.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, obviously you have your
Girl,
Caitlin Clark and you've got Angel Reese and Haley Van Leth. Paige Beckers is apparently how you say it. I'm like, where's the U? Cameron Brink. But now you got all that new freshman from Notre Dame that's averaging 5.1 steals a game.
Little Diggins almost.
And obviously Juju.
Juju went nuts.
There's that one girl from Colorado that's going nuts too. Women's college is going wild this year.
Movie. I didn't finish it, but I got through a lot of it.
What was the last thing you saw? I want to make note.
What was it? After the ad shoot, I think like 50 minutes through. Like that. They did the thing with the gay guys. Then they like had another concert or something. Yeah, it was like a charity benefit thing. That was it.
Oh, you're at the charity benefit. So did you finish the charity benefit?
Yeah.
Damn, you didn't get very far.
And they're like falling in love.
Man, you didn't get very far at all.
They're like halfway through. But I didn't like it, so I don't think I was gonna enjoy the rest of it. It was racist.
Man, you're missing some good shit. It's so racist. It's so fucking racist. All right, let's movie it.
Got you.
1, 2, 3, play.
Movie.
I think that's enough. It's
enough. We're into the movie.
What if like one time we did the movie thing, but we didn't do it in the second half, so it sounds like the transition is seamless.
Wow. It already does sound seamless.
Fucking get them.
Because we're not doing anything. We're still in the same spots, in the same locations, watch the same amount of the movie as we did, 35 seconds ago? It's all the same.
Someone didn't finish the movie.
That'd be Brandon. Shame on you.
You didn't finish that, and you didn't finish the Heartbreak Kid, and
I finished the Heartbreak Kid.
No, you missed the last like 5 minutes. Like 3 minutes.
Well, no, I missed the after credits scene.
And I didn't finish Howard the Duck.
Which you missed out on. That was a good film. And then Is that it? It's been busy.
We've
You've got a
watched all. We
kid.
watched
I've
all of
got a million
Skyscraper
kids.
and
You've watched all
Eurovision
Skyscraper and Eurovision.
and Cannibal Women.
That was actually a time.
That's still like our best film.
Legitimately this season. But we're into this movie.
A movie.
So how does it start? I don't remember.
So Nicole Kidman, she enters
We
a
did the
theater.
Kidman thing.
She
Yeah.
enters a
No, we do
theater.
that. We know that. How does Marci X start?
This is how it starts. Yeah, you're in the theaters, you're watching, and then Nicole Kidman's on screen, and she says,
She says,
"This is where heartbreak feels
have a
good.
Coke. Yeah.
Have a Coke." Once again, she obviously goes,
Have a
"Dingo it
nudie.
out, my bitch." Have a
Dingo it out, my
nudie.
bitch.
What a throwback!
Have a nudie.
I wish Seth were.
Have a nudie.
That's so funny. This starts with diamonds and record scratches as intro credits
Oh, yeah.
roll along with promos for Dr. S and a song "Eat the Beat." You want to get some? Eat the beat. You want to get some?
Pretty PG beat. Yeah, pretty PG rap song to start. But they're trying to establish Dr. S as a bad boy, hardcore, fuck your mother gangster rapper.
And we said this, like, that he's supposed to be the hardest rapper in the game. Wildly tame comparatively.
Very tame. Yes, he's a Will Smith rapper.
After all, oh yeah, 100% Will Smith rapper.
But like
so
with
after
Cat Williams rap.
All this, yeah, voice is up here the whole time. Damon Wayans. You don't have to do a Chris Tucker Cat Williams. Quick vibe change as Marci Feld, played by Lisa Kudrow, is giving a global humanitarian award to her own father at this Jewish event. She didn't need to be Jewish. The Jewish thing does not matter at all.
But they do make it very apparent in the movie. She's got the Israeli flag. She refers to herself as a Jewish American princess throughout the movie.
Yep. It's not necessary, but
very racially identified.
And she got 3 girlfriends. I started referring to them as the Powerpuff Girls.
That's okay. I can see that.
They seem to always be wearing like pink, blue, and green. So I was like, oh, Powerpuff Girls.
It's very Barbie coded. I thought almost right. It's like this is like kind of where I think the movie has a shade. Like it's got a couple dashes of satire, like full blown satire in it with these girls. I think, but it never really sticks to the satire. But these girls are definitely something.
If you want to do satire, you fully have to lean into it. And so I hated them.
1,000%. And that's the issue movie. I like them. That's the issue of the movie, though. It's the tonal weirdness, right? These girls are in a full on satire movie. Damon Wayans is doing something else, and then Lisa Kudrow is in a rom com.
She's Phoebe, movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're commenting on how great she is. She's presenting a medal of mercy to her father, over like a video of her dead mother who was killed by a snow leopard. I thought that was so funny. But her father Ben gets a call, has to leave abruptly in the middle of the award show as he's called to the other room, and on the TV, the news is reporting that mobs are breaking out, wanting Ben dead over hyper-violent and a hypersexual song that is so offensive and released by Dr. S under his hip-hop record label.
Which is like Felony Records or something.
Yeah, something.
Supposed to be a parody of Bad Boy or Death Row Records.
I thought Death Row, yeah. But he didn't even know. He was so confused. Like, I own a record label. It was apparently part of a package he got years ago.
That makes sense, yeah. Well, I mean, they're all owned. That makes sense, yeah.
But Senator Spinkle, she is outraged at this album.
Very Karen-esque figure.
Oh, yeah. Ordering Senator a boycott of all Feldco products everywhere. And Ben is so turned around by this, he has a heart attack.
He has to go to the hospital. His life is in danger, this is dumb. Did the movie get released 2004?
03.
03, ridiculous at this point. This is post-Columbine, right? We've had Eminem like literally say he's going to go into schools and shoot kids at this point. Everything is so tame, I think, compared to fucking
the real world.
Well, and what's the great Tupac one? Hit 'em up.
Sure.
He claims he's gonna shoot a man's children in the leg so that they can't grow. Everything after that is like we jumped the shark on.
Post 9/11.
Yeah, post 9/11. Everything's
What's the
fine, and they're
what's
mad
the
because they said they shot the teacher.
what's
Isn't that
the
the one they're mad about?
song? Yeah, I think so. What's the
Shot your
song you
teacher.
showed me? I think it's Bobby Shmurda where it's over the 1,000 Miles Vanessa Carlton beat.
No, that's I mean that's one of the most evil songs ever created.
No.
Who Who I Smoke by Spida Benz and Young Ace. Yeah, the Who I Smoke, Diddy, a dead rapper, and Ticky, dead rapper. Literally, they're bragging over people they actually murdered.
But it's
Insanity.
all to the
It's such a good song, though. Absolute banger. And it's like the most evil thing ever created.
And so what's it called?
Who I Smoke. Check it out.
People listen to that.
Support them.
Yeah, so he is
Support
in the
those
hospital
boys.
alive. Support the boys. He's alive listening to the news as all of his assets are plummeting, but also hearing that the president
Also,
wait.
if this happened in real life, on the flip side, the sales would skyrocket. Are you joking me?
Yeah.
A senator comes out and says this rapper is too dangerous to listen to. That would be like the number one thing every rapper would want. Oh my god,
That's a catalyst.
that's 500K in the first week.
He's listening to all of his assets plummet, but also hearing from the president of Felony Assault Records that Dr. S will not apologize. This is Tubbs. He's in prison.
This is like a Suge Knight figure, yeah.
Yeah, and was Suge Knight the guy with Biggie?
He was.
Was he the guy that killed Biggie?
No, he was. Yeah, I mean, people say he killed everybody. He was the head of Bad Boy Records. Yeah, head of Bad Boy Records. So
for some reason, I thought I heard he killed him too. Yeah,
maybe I have that backwards. Is he Death Row Records? Sure,
but he says
he's a bad guy. He's a murderer, anyways.
Dr. S is not going to apologize no matter what.
Death
and
Row.
Ben tells Marci that he wishes he had a son to take over the business and not cause her any problems with this publicity. I was like, the fuck?
Sexist as well as being racist. Yeah.
And the thing is like, she plays a stupid character. But like
in Friends and in this, yes.
But like does all this philanthropy work and has created foundations and has like an amazing resume herself. Like she's on the board of several companies. But why is she so ditzy? Why is she so self or like incompetent idiot? That's not.
Can't tie her shoes.
That doesn't add up.
Doesn't add up. Maybe it's a point on nepotism or something.
Maybe. So Doc's putting Ben in complete isolation for 2 weeks before his upcoming trial to reduce stress because he's so weak. And that means because Marci can't be around.
Yeah. There's a hearing in Congress. Yeah.
Marci can't see him anymore. And I hate this talk with Marci and her 3 friends. Her friends are telling Marci, like I said, this is where it is actually, just how brilliant of a human being is and how she can help her dad get out of anything because of all of her terrific deeds and has already done and accomplished. But it's stupid because why would her dad say something like that to her in the hospital? Yeah, here it is. Why does she play a complete rich moron if she's this crazy humanitarian philanthropist, successful entrepreneur? It just doesn't make sense.
Maybe I get the vibe she's like an Ivanka Trump figure of sorts.
Ooh.
Has a lot of qualifications, but everyone like laughs at and knows is a dumbass.
Who's another one? I was thinking Paris Hilton, but Paris Hilton's kind of a dumbass still.
I almost thought Paris Hilton might be in this movie at some point.
Ooh, yeah. Hottie and the Naughty throwback.
Loved it. She was not bad in that. She was bad.
No, she was pretty bad. Christine Lakin, though. Don't get me started on Christine Lakin. She was real
Yeah, you
good.
love that Naughty.
Give me that Naughty all day. So this is going to be tough, though, because Marci's going to have to charm Dr. S. That's her plan.
She's going to make him like apologize and say sorry and stuff, and then everything will be fine.
But she's a rich Jewish American princess, and he is a part of the inner city African American culture. Those two things don't mix. That's oil and water.
Oil and water.
Oil and water.
Oil and water, baby.
And so she plans to go right up to him and tell him off what he's doing wrong. And so we see Dr. S at a concert performing a song of his that is supposed to be so vile. It's like, there's like no curse words.
There's no curse words.
No
Yeah.
sexual
the
or
powers in his
violent.
pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he has a firework coming out of his crotch. Cool. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And pretty much every aspect of the film so far is just incredibly racist. Like,
yeah, this is like the crowd. The crowd is all black people, and they're racistly characterized, and they get worse when Lisa shows up.
of course. And so
Marci.
Dr. S calls out Yolanda Quinones. She comes down,
His
walking
big-ass
down.
girlfriend.
Yeah. I was like, am I supposed to know her? She might be his girlfriend, but also another rapper. She's both girlfriend and rapper. Yep. And she's watching his concert.
Like a little Kim figure.
Ooh, that's a good one. I thought, just based solely on the look, I can't remember her name, but she was in Too Fast, Too Furious.
Paul Walker.
Nope. It's Vin Diesel.
It was Vin Diesel.
Tyrese. It was Tyrese. She reminds me of Tyrese. No, Lil Kim is a good one. And once again, I put, why does Damon Wayans have to talk like this? Like, he's pandering to the crowd the whole time, just, all right, folks, we gotta have a potty in my pants, or the power is in my pants, and this is your
Chris Tucker,
line.
Yeah.
It's Cat so Williams. Chris Tucker.
He's not the hardest. Yeah, for like a fucking gangster, he's very, very, very okay.
Tubbs is hard.
Tubbs is the gangster.
Tubbs is fucking hard. And Marci, he goes backstage during like a little musical number. Marci's backstage with her friends, trying to pitch her idea to him where he could give this global public apology at the MTV Movie Awards next week. Why does it have to be the MTV Movie Awards?
Yeah, speaks for itself. Yeah.
But she's spewing to him. He's barely listening to her and heads right back out on stage, but tells her to wait around.
Yeah, she like gives the impression that like, okay, like we'll keep this going.
Yeah, she thought it went well, but he goes out on stage and she's like, all right, cut the music, guys. This white bitch back here telling the whole crowd wants me to change myself and apologize. So he calls her a bitch and brings her out on stage.
And this is where like the crowd is like, shoot the bitch. Kill the girl. Crazy.
Kill this fucker. They literally said shoot the bitch.
Shoot the bitch. And then Lisa has a chance to defend herself because
prove herself.
Or prove herself. Because Dr. S is like only real is up here. You gotta be real. And so she interprets that as I should start rapping.
Yeah. So she tries to rap in front of the whole crowd so that he will come and do the publicity stunts with her. But she's just blowing it on stage until she realizes she got to be real, be honest to herself.
It was just kind of funny. She's like, hey, I'm here to say I love it all here every day type stuff.
Yeah.
Like, no, kill her.
So she's like, all right, we're going to rap to the ladies then. And she sings the song, The Power of the Purse.
Has a name?
The Power of the Purse.
She just names a bunch of brands. I mean, not bad.
Yeah, that's also just names purse brands, but the crowd
delivery is
loving
horrific.
It.
The ladies, yeah, of course, they're empowered. They're like, finally, something for us.
It is
finally
crazy.
A lady rapper.
How bad of a rapper she was.
The delivery of it, yeah. I don't know. It's just as much as Lisa Kudrow as you could imagine her rapping it. Exactly how it was.
All the boys they want to adore, well, let them buy you Michael Kors.
Yeah, that's like, not bad.
Yeah, I pretty much did exactly what she did. But they are loving it. And her fellow gals start to join in, as well as the backup dancers and the gospel choir, and then everyone in between. And it's just going nuts.
Yep, she wins them over.
So he's got to do this.
It's almost like it's like a Star is Born thing, right? Pulled up on stage and she wins them over.
Tell me something, Dr. S.
Dr. S can tell you something. Yeah, so he does. He agrees that he has to go do this fucking ad show the next day.
Yeah, and Tubby sees this from prison that he's doing this public circuit about abstinence now, and he's fucking pissed.
Yeah, it's images being written. This would also never happen, right? Like
And
imagine, right? Like imagine who's a hardcore gangster rapper of the time preaching abstinence and gay sex,
DMX.
or NBA YoungBoy. Imagine NBA YoungBoy doing
Sure.
that right now. Right?
Imagine
Kodak Black.
6ix9ine, Kodak
Yeah.
Black, any of those. And who else isn't happy? Yolanda Quinones. She busts into his prison cell to Tubbs to complain to him about Dr. S because they were supposed to be the it couple, but now he's off with this white Jewish princess, rich girl.
What the fuck's
She's not
going on,
happy.
Tubbs?
But they're at the event. Dr. S shows up 2 hours late, and he's
This
joining.
charity event?
Yeah. Boys Are Us. Parents love Boys Are Us.
It's supposed to be like a NSYNC parody, I guess.
Yeah, Backstreet Boys boy band, but they're like a Christian abstinence only kind of group.
But also gay.
Yeah, non-threatening gay abstinence themed boy band that parents love. So can it fix his appearance? He wants to leave immediately, but she threatens to pull the distribution of his CDs from their label. So he's like, "Fuck it." And then you get to see them perform. Boys R Us does the full music number. Let's date.
Let's date. Yeah, you have to wait, abstain from sex, and then, which is just like the total no-go for Mr. Dr. S.
But he's got to do it. He's disgusted. He decides to lean into the skid and he's like, all right, I got to rehearse. So we're going to take the boy band aside. When they do their show, he's changed the whole song to be all about gay love now.
Yes. Perfect. Now they can't have that either.
Yeah, it would have been like, oh, it's just abstinence. It's a religious thing. Now it's gay.
Yep. Moms do not love that.
Ooh. And now we get to listen to this whole
Dr.
version
S.
of Let's Date as well. So two full music numbers, like 5 minutes apart.
Yeah.
But Marci and Dr. X, they've got one last chance. One more event. It's her annual auction that she holds. They're dressed in furs in the limo.
Yeah, they're kind of comparing their furs against each other. And their diamonds.
Hers was mink. I can't remember what his was.
Mexican chinchillas.
That's right.
300 G's.
Chinchilla's like the softest fur out there too.
Pretty classic. Maybe they're not so different after all, those two.
Maybe not. And her annual auctions, Quinfida, children with no feeling in their arms. She's like, look at these kids, they got no feeling. And nurse is just stabbing them in the arms with forks. I thought
that was funny. And then she hit her in the neck, and the girl's like, oh my God, ow!
Don't stab me.
So
she goes back to like stab him in the arm. She's like, give a round of applause. The kids can't move their arms to clap.
That was funny.
I thought, yeah. But kind of dated, but kind of topical. First auction item is a dinner with Donald Trump, and no one bids in the crowd.
Yeah, they were ahead of that. They were like, his hair's kind of real. He wouldn't touch you like that anymore. There was kind of he had his rep going already.
Yeah, but no one's bidding. So Dr. S gonna help out Marci. He jumps on stage and decides to spice things up and earn some money for the kids. And he decides he's gonna do exactly what Marci did. I'm gonna talk to the ladies here.
He's got something for you. He's got going out in the crowd, doing some crowd work.
And he turns on that sex appeal like crazy.
Yeah, the old white rich ladies can't get enough of him. They love it.
The classic sex appeal. Hey, ladies.
Yeah, hey, ladies.
What do you think about when you see this man up on stage and we're trying to get freaky, And you're like, yeah. So masculine. 9-year-old bitches. And so every woman's so turned on in the room. And he's offering a house call from the doctor of love himself. All the old ladies, so lonely and horny and rich, they want him so bad. He puts the moves on.
What does that mean? He's going to go to their house and fuck them?
Yeah, I think so.
Dr. S? What are you talking about? What the fuck is this?
He's offering for charity to fuck an old woman
himself?
for $20,000. Yeah.
What the fuck?
But you know who else is into him? The Powerpuff Girls. A little bit of Marci.
Marcy can't even hardly stand
A
it.
little bit of Monica all night long.
Yeah, a little bit of
A little bit
Sally
of
with the thing.
a little bit of Tina is all I need.
That's all you
Little
need, Brandon.
little bit of you makes me your man.
That's what you've always said.
But
You've long said that. What's your favorite song?
And the bidding's going higher and higher. They started off at like 10 grand. Everybody shoots up. 20, everybody, 30. It gets all the way up to $100,000 for a house call from
House fuck.
Marci. She
wants the house
was
fuck.
fanning herself and like trying to look away, but she couldn't do it anymore. 100K.
Ridiculous.
She says it was just for the kids. Nah.
Yeah, your own charity. Nuh-uh. She wants that.
She wants that dick. And Tubby, back in prison, tells Yolanda he hears Dr.
Tubbs,
S.
not Tubby.
Tubby
Tells
tells
in prison
Yolanda
says.
Tubby and Dr. S. He tells Yolanda that he hears Dr. S and Marci are headed to the club. So she is gonna head there too to intercept them.
He's really taking a villain turn.
I mean, yeah, he's a
Minaj
thug.
Figure. No, Yolanda.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yo, Caudy.
Hey, Jinjo, quit scratching on the couch.
And they're at the club. Marci and the girls are hanging with Dr. S and his boys at the club. Each girl got their own black guy with them.
I'm out on this. This is all new for me, but let's hear the club interaction.
Oh, you did. There's like Jacquees and Quantrell, and I was like, come on. You can't just give them these names. So this is where you tapped out, is at the club.
Yep.
So Marci hanging with Dr. S, they're getting along well. She's smoking weed with him in the club.
Oh, that's cool.
But weed like the size of a cigar. I'm pretty sure it was just a cigar, but they're like
big fat blunt.
Yeah. Cool. And Marci tells Dr. S that she wants to dance with him. Get down there.
Is this the weed talking, or is she still pretty into it?
She's kind of into it, and she gets her girls to join her on the dance floor for a dance that she learned in her African Cultures University courses.
Oh no!
So she gets up there. It's part narration storytelling as everyone's, but also part like headdress, chant, dance kind of thing.
Is a headdress?
No, that's later.
What the fuck?
But so they're going. It's part narration, storytelling, part dance. Everyone's starting to grow fond of it. It's a story about a Kenyan princess who couldn't find love until she finds her king, and they bow down to him. And it's Dr. S. She gets him to join her on the dance floor as the prince king character to her princess.
In the club?
In the club, and everybody's loving it. As these four white chicks do this African culture dance.
Cool. Nice.
And Dr. S is like, oh, this is kind of nice. So but then the beat drops. The DJ pulls out some like a
bongo?
A djembe, and he starts going. And he's got like shaker things and bird whistles, and he's playing music as the beat's dropping, but also keeping the African culture. And everyone starts to dance together. And Marci and Dr. S kiss on the floor.
Why? As like part of the story?
No, because they're into each other. That dance.
It's not like the culmination of the Kenyan story.
Nope.
They just kiss. Okay. Wow. Great kiss on the dance floor.
Well, Yolanda comes in and sees them kissing.
Oh no.
Walks right up to Marci, fucking front kicks her in the tits.
Cool. That's nice.
So Marci out of nowhere right hooks her in the throat.
Ooh. Fight.
And that was a full fight on the dance floor. Apparently, Marci knows like martial arts, so she was getting ready to go.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
So the incredibly successful lady who also knows martial arts is portrayed as a ditz who knows nothing. I see.
Yeah,
she also is a black belt.
And she makes it a known. She's like, all right, I know Taibo, I think is what it was. I'm going to fuck you up. So Yolanda pulls out her Glock and starts firing it into the crowd. Marci's... Yeah, she sure does.
Just at people?
Just towards Marci. So Marci grabs her hands and pulls it into the air, fires the rest of the live rounds into the air. But the cops break into the club, and Yolanda lets go of the gun and acts all scared. They see this rich white girl in the hood with a Glock in her hands. They think, oh, she's the one that we need to arrest and causing the problems. So they arrest her ass.
Okay. Should be easy for her to get out of this, explain her way out.
And news is breaking about Marci going mad now and how it will affect her father's trial coming up. But she gets let out on bail. She hears that. She's freaking out. She's like, who called my father? He's not supposed to know about this.
You're not supposed to do any of this, Marci, but go on.
It wasn't her father.
It was Dr. S.
Dr. S bailed her out.
That makes sense. He's her lover now.
Yeah, and she's a little upset, but she's starting to feel his charm. Like, why would he do this if he didn't care about me? He's walking the streets in a sleeveless red leather trench coat with a giant oversized zipper, and each of the teeth of the zippers are rifle bullets that you zip up into.
That's sick. Well, so he just walk in the streets?
Yeah, they're just walking and talking after he bailed her out.
Oh, in a cool outfit, I see.
In a super cool outfit. And when Marci is at her lowest, Dr. S is telling her that he's feeling her, especially at the club when she was doing her African culture dance. I feel you. Yo, girl, I like that dance you doing.
I like that Kenyan dance you did. It was very, very sane of you.
And he is throwing every black slang out there possible. She's just trying to relate, to get down, to be cool.
So she calls him the N-word?
Skizzy. No, she doesn't.
Oh. Okay, she says skizzy?
No.
Oh, that's you getting down.
Yeah, exactly. But a limo pulls up in front of them as they are headed back to Dr. S's crib.
Yeah, we're going to freak it out?
She says, no, I can't do this. Take me home. But before that, she says, I have one question for you before you take me home. He's like, yeah, you can ask me anything. She says, is it really different to have sex with a black man than a white man?
No. You can't say that.
He's like, oh my God, it's so much better. You're going to have to see. You're going to have to see how good this sex is. Can't ask. So now they're in Dr. S's bed making out, and before they fuck, she's like, I got to ask you one more question. He's like, yeah, go ahead. And she's like, what's your real name?
Okay, not racist, I guess.
It's Kelvin Drell.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Kelvin Drell.
So he says, I gotta ask you one question. He asks what her weight is. She says, I will never tell you that.
The fuck?
She says you don't ask a white. You said you don't ask a white woman what her weight is.
What a waste of a couple pages of script there. Your name is Kelvin Drell. What's your weight? I can't tell you. You gotta cut all that. You have to cut all that. I don't know. Keep going. Do they fuck? They fuck it out?
So they fuck it out.
Oh, and then what? She fucking have to walk funny the next couple days. I'm trying to predict this here.
Man, I wish you get the 3 Powerpuff Girls are power walking with silver jumpsuits with blazers on. They walk a quarter mile talking about their men from the club.
They're black guys they were hooking up with?
Their black guys aren't just sexy black men. They're extraordinary human beings with incredible jobs.
Really?
So black men don't have to just be thugs and sexy. They can be rappers. They can own their own restaurants, or they can be lawyers, or that's what some of them were, I believe.
Restaurant owners are terrible business.
And
those are the least successful people on earth. Restaurant owners.
And Marci catches the girls and she tells them that she's found her dream man. And now newspapers spreading everywhere about the romance between, and this is in quotes, the princess and the playa.
Okay, not about her getting arrested for gun charges.
No, those tabloids have already come out.
About a budding romance. Okay.
Yeah. And
what a week for Marci.
Tubbs and the gang are watching from prison the romance right as Dr. S walks in. And Tubbs is telling him that Hey guys, it's me, Dr. S, Dr. Love, Kevin
It's
Drell.
Bellin.
Tubbs is telling him that he has been with him every step of the way, and he can't have Dr. S ruin their image. But Dr. S tells him, you know what? Sometimes I like having nice meals. Sometimes I like spending time with my girl. Sometimes we like watching rom-coms with Meg Ryan and Meryl Streep in them.
Stupid.
Yeah, Tubbs like, all right, well, if you're so hard still, what'd you do last night? Like, oh, we went to dinner and then we went back to her place and we watched Sleepless in Seattle and You've Got Mail. And Tim's like, that bitch Meg Ryan, no fucking way.
That's funny. But yeah, the hardcore rappers, they don't do this. They don't secretly have this life. They take a lot of codeine and then they melt into the night.
A little
A way to live
promethazine.
every night,
Yeah.
all day for the rest of your life.
But good old Tubby gives Dr. S an ultimatum.
That's so, yeah.
Direct quote, the bitch or the brothers.
It's okay. What a conundrum for Dr. S.
Yeah, he's at home. He's torn up. He's watching the news. Reporters are asking Marci about him. She doesn't say much other than tune into the MTV Movie Awards tomorrow night, and that he is all about love now. And I was like, is she playing him? I actually asked myself that. Like, why wouldn't she publicly talk about him on the news? Why is she saying just tune into this? Is she just doing this to
get the apology and
get her father out of
that would
trouble?
be ridiculous. That would be ridiculous. Is that what the movie's implying is a possibility?
I think that would be a great twist to the movie, but no.
Interesting.
No. And he's flipping through the channels after that. He gets a new song from Yolanda on MTV. It's called I'm a Woman of Color.
What?
It's all about how she wants to kill Marci Feld and that how she is a Mexican woman of color.
That's a pretty quick turnaround to get on MTV. Like a day?
Yeah, right?
Like 2 days to get a movie.
She wrote the whole song,
shot,
produced it, did the video,
shot
MTV.
It. Yeah, you have to get like budgets approved and stuff. Yeah.
Budget time. And so we finally get to see Ben. He doesn't know about this romance or anything. He's been in complete isolation.
And unhumanely isolated. Yes.
Yeah, they were gonna inject him with a shit ton of Valium, but he's putting on a tux because he gets one night out and he's going to the MTV Movie Awards. And this is where Marci comes in. She's putting on the tux and he's like, "Oh my god, you look great." She's in a full Kenyan robe with a 2-foot tall headdress.
Why?
Because
why is she doing that?
She's found her culture, duh.
Yes. So she's Hillary Clinton in it?
Pretty much. Yeah, full Kenyan headdress and attire to the show. She tells him that she was hurt by his comments for wanting a son. And he's like, she's like, I can be that person for you. I've stepped up.
He's like, wait, you got arrested?
No, he never really finds that out. But she's like, I have a man I want you to meet.
In 2 weeks, I found the love of my life.
I'm trying to pull up a picture of her with the headdress.
That's why. Is this in the movie? That's racist.
Second video, 39 minutes, people. 39 minutes flat. Super racist. I figured there was going to be a picture of it. There's not many pictures about the whole show, but there is that one.
It's pretty, like you miss a movie, I guess.
Yeah. And she wants him to meet this man. The MTV Movie Awards open with Dr. S. Like as the host, apparently. Potentially giving his apology.
The host.
He starts a slower song about loving a girl who has changed him. And how...
So they just let Dr. S have carte blanche at the fucking MTV Movie Awards?
Yeah.
He's not a movie guy. Yeah,
I know. And it's all about how this woman has changed him and how you can find love and that you can get past any stigmas until the song starts to go down.
Singing?
Singing. Until the song says, I'll show you where love is supposed to be. And then bass drop In the butt, in the butt, in the butt, in the
Nice.
butt.
Let's go. Perfect.
Everyone's freaking out. Yolanda's loving it.
Good. In the butt. I like it. Good
In the
song.
butt. Yolanda's vibing. Tubbs is vibing. Senator's son. The senator has a son as well. Did you see him?
I don't remember. Is he vibing?
Senator. He's vibing. He's gay.
Butt, in the butt, in the butt.
He's young and he's gay. But Ben from this song has another heart attack.
Funny. Does he die this time?
Nope. Everyone's protesting. Feldco is plummeting. And all the Powerpuff Girls are
in the
over.
butt comments?
Exactly. All the Powerpuff Girls are over and talking about him singing the song and if they've actually done anal. That's the most important part. She's like, no, we haven't done anal.
What a ridiculous.
But the one friend let Quantrell rail her ass because it was his birthday.
What?
She did say that.
Oh, what offensive.
They're like, have you done anal? No. Well, it was his birthday. I had to let Quantrell do it in the butt.
Why is this even a focus?
Not important to the script. Get rid of that page.
Take it out. You have to do that. You have to remove it.
And so all of that, court is now in session with the senator running it, not a judge. Senator Spinkle just gets to run the case.
Okay, yeah, it's like a hearing or something, sure.
And Marci steps up in court saying to put all the blame on her instead of her father or Dr. S, since she took over the whole operation and made it worse. But Dr. S stands up and says this whole thing has been a misunderstanding, as the black people have forever been accused and oppressed. His big argument in court is that, but his whole argument in court is that white people don't understand the black language. All the slang is their own language that a white man can't even begin to comprehend. So when he says, let me love you in the butt, it actually means, let me love you with love and respect.
No, it doesn't.
In the butt means with love and respect.
Are they trying to sell this as truth?
Correct. So he's
the
saying
movie is saying that this is like a happy moment. Okay, bad.
And so Dr. S is saying all this, and he's working with Marci because now
it's like the fucking Young Thug trial. He's like, op means a fucking overly positive pal.
Yeah, and he's working with Marci because she's been with the black guy now. She knows. So they're like, when we say we're popping, it actually means we're looking for something to eat. So he'll say a black phrase, she will interpret it into the white language, and the judge is like, I don't know about that. She convicts them still.
Okay, sure. Okay, so they're guilty. Yeah.
But now the news is going nuts, showing support for Dr. S and the underprivileged black communities.
Oh, okay. So the album sales are going good?
Yeah, they're going great. His new song, In the Butt, is already triple platinum within a week.
That was fast.
Yeah.
That was fast.
And it will be ordered to come off the shelves tomorrow, though, by Senator Spinkle. So Dr. S has a new plan now. They're going to play dirty.
Oh, he's going to fuck the senator in the butt.
Of course he is. He has his boys, Quantrell and Jacquees, bring a gift over to the senator. She opens it up, or her son opens the door and brings the gift to her. She opens it up. She sends him to bed. It's a CD. She puts it in. They play it. And it's a hip-hop track called Vote for Spinkle. And in it, he's dubbing over it a little bit, saying that she can use this song with his newfound popularity if she doesn't convict him, so that she will have the support of his followers in the black community as well as her previous followers.
Way to end this movie. Okay.
And Vote for Spinkle is actually a bop. But
sure it is.
She's listening. She doesn't want anything to do with a rap song, but her foot starts tapping.
And their eyes start gravitating towards his crotch.
No, he's not there. This is all on a CD. She's alone.
Oh, she starts thinking of the crotch.
So then she crosses her legs, and then her other foot starts tapping a little bit until all of a sudden she stands up and gets ready to dance and throws off her robe to show her lingerie underneath while she does a sexy pajama lingerie robe scarf dance while roaming around the house.
Sure, cool. Music
At one
compels
point,
you.
at one point, she's going up the stairs. She has a big giant staircase. Going up the stairs, she leans against the banister and falls over the edge of the
Oh,
balcony.
cool.
But as she
Nice.
falls down, she falls into the splits and bounces in the splits
Wow.
while dancing
For the
to the
rhythm, I'm
song.
sure.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fucking stupid.
But she has a little private hearing the next day with Dr. S and Marci. And she tells him that she can't acquit his actions, but they say, what if the news found out? And she's like, what do you mean? They got a videotape of her doing all the dancing to his song in lingerie,
Wow.
filmed by none other
And the son?
her gay son.
A son flipped on her. Dr. S fan.
Yep, big Dr. S fan.
But now
And the
they got her
committee,
over a barrel.
yeah, and the committee has now acquitted Dr. S of his songs. And Marci gives a speech that not only was this hearing a success, but that the two men beside her, her father and Dr. S, are so generous that they're donating every dollar made from the CD sales to a black college fund, and both of them are pissed.
It's a general black college fund. Okay.
Yeah, I think she said it was the Central Negro. I was like,
know.
yeah. But they're both pissed because it's triple platinum in like a day.
Of course, yeah.
And so they're both celebrating in the courtroom when George Bush formally requests a saying from Dr. S.
The actual George Bush?
Yeah.
He makes a cameo?
You don't see him. He is the one that requests it though. He requests that Dr. S make a statement. So Dr. S gets on the news and says, everyone must be real. Then he makes out with Marci in court on camera. And
Cool
that
end.
is the end.
Yeah, that's America,
Marci
baby.
X.
Thank you, President Bush.
But there was a lot of like classic end of a movie where it's like them dancing to a song and it shows like it's like cue cards of what's happening now. So Marci and Dr. S were married 3 weeks later.
Wow, quick.
With by Oprah.
Nice.
And President Bush wished Marci luck on her new career.
As what? As the head of the Felony Records?
As a rapper.
Oh, cool.
Formerly known as Marci X.
That's where the X comes in. I see.
So now you get a song by Marci X featuring Tubbs,
Dr. S,
Senator Spinkle, Boys R Us, Yolanda Quinones, and Dr. S.
What the fuck is this shit?
Other things, Spinkle was reelected and is now dating Al Sharpton.
Good for
her. Marci's dad, Ben, found a new wife.
Ben Folds 5.
Yep,
nice.
Ben Folds. He married and is now fucking Yolanda Quinones consistently.
Wow. Good. I'm glad those two found each other.
The Powerpuff Girls formed a girl group and have been nominated for 5 Grammys.
Rapping? That's crazy.
Tubbs changed his name to T. Phoebe.
Nice little Diddy reference.
And Boys R Us are going on an international tour with Chip, the gay son, as their road manager.
Cool. Great.
And that's our big song, Marci X, to finish out the movie.
Stupid movie. Needed to have all the characters do something with each other at the end. Great.
It is great. You loved it.
I think, Brandon, normally before we do our quotes, ratings, and reviews, sometimes we just go right into it. So we should take a pause real quick and let the listeners hear a quote of sorts. Maybe we can put that in after, because I don't really feel like we should put in like the big giant quote right now ourselves, but maybe there's some technological way to put a quote in.
What about songs, raps, and reviews?
Song drops and reviews. Okay.
Sir. Dang.
Dang it,
Movie. I've got 14 quotes.
Oh, that's good because I am still protesting the quotes. Next week I'll have quotes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Proud of you. 2
Not
from
this week.
IMDb,
And 12 from you.
12 from me. The
12 from your
2
brain.
from IMDb were Marci going, you know who you kind of remind me of in that outfit with the jewelry and the hair? And Dr. S goes, Tupac, Biggie, DMX. And she goes, no, my Aunt Esther.
Yeah. She had a little stank in her face when she said that too.
Yeah. This is the friends, Caitlin, Lauren, and Kirsten, the Powerpuff Girls. One of them goes, can you imagine being addicted to heroin? A second one goes, it's heartbreaking. And the third goes, but does the weight stay off?
Ooh. And it's fun. Yes.
Yeah, that's the big part they're missing. All right, let's see this. Oh, we kind of mentioned this earlier. Senator Spinkle given a press release. I will not quote the lyrics because as a Christian, I cannot even pronounce some of the words. But let me read some of the song titles to you. Shoot the Teacher.
Good song.
I Am the King of Your Mouth.
Yeah, pretty tame.
You My Special Bitch.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I Love You Because I'm High.
That sounds like a great song. Well, because
6
I'm high.
grades are plenty.
That's funny.
It Ain't My Baby Because I Don't Like You. And
Good
the
song.
Power in My Pants, obviously.
Power in My Pants. Pretty tame. Yeah. 6 grades are plenty. That's great. That's all you need.
Next. When the doc comes in while Ben's in the room and he puts him into isolation, nurse, no more visitors. Take away his TV, and I need 10 cc's of Valium right now. You know how much 10 cc's of Valium is?
Mm-mm.
10,
Is he getting high?
10 milliliters of Valium? That's a fucking nuts.
He's fucking going drifty mode.
They comatosed him for 2 weeks. They didn't need to take away his TV.
That. That's cool. I didn't know that. I just thought they said numbers. Okay.
This is at the concert, his first concert for Dr. S. How y'all feeling? And the whole crowd goes, sick. And they go, well, aren't you glad we got a doctor in the house? And I was like, that's pretty good. I like that.
He's snooping it up there, yeah.
Oh, for sure. I kind of already said this one too, but Marci, thank you all for coming to our annual auction. Quinfida, children with no feeling in their arms.
Yeah.
This got to be the best charity.
What was Dr. S's his full name? What does the S stand for? Didn't we find out at some point?
No, it's Kelvin Drell.
No, but the S, I thought it stood for like smack of bitch or something like that.
Probably sex.
Probably sex. You're probably right.
Dr. Smack a bitch.
That's a good name. I'll take
That's
that.
A great
I'm
name.
gonna steal that. The doctor is in.
This is the news reporting Marci after she gets arrested. It goes, Dateline, depravity. Last night, out-of-control heiress Marci Feld was arrested in an exclusive uptown night spot where she allegedly fired 18 rounds of live ammunition directly into a crowd of innocent bystanders. I was like, that's not what happened at all.
No, they got out ahead of that story, yeah.
Oh, these are kids. When Dr. S starts dating Marci and it's all over the news, the romance part, there's some kids. Everybody's like, man, he's changed. He represented our culture. A couple kids playing basketball in a court go, man, he ain't real. He ain't Dr. S no more. Now he's more like Dr. Seuss.
Well, the kids would not say that.
This is after In the Butt came out. Senator Spinkle's giving another press release, and she just goes, please everyone join me in wearing this brown ribbon of protest. It's
Poop ribbon
yeah, poop ribbon.
in the butt.
When Dr. S, after he did that song and they're all talking about anal and stuff with the Powerpuff Girls, the girls come in and like,
Normal
oh,
movie.
Mars, have you eaten anything? And she's like, no, I haven't. I've been too stressed. And all of them just go, good girl.
They don't want her to eat. That's kind of
Yeah.
Barbie satire, yeah.
Oh, here is where he mentioned you didn't get this far though. They go, this is in court. Dr. S, what does the S stand for? And he goes,
There you go.
snatch catcher. And she goes, is that your
Snatch
league?
catcher.
Snatch catcher.
Good name, I guess.
And she goes, is that your legal name? He goes, no. And she's like, well, what's your legal name? She goes, Dr. Horn Dog, Titty Man, Pussy Hound, Snatch Catcher.
That's a Dr. Seuss character.
The Horn Dog, Titty Man, Pussy Hound, Snatch Catcher.
Yeah, that's good. That's poetry.
Fuck, what the fuck is this? I think this is Dr. S. He goes, when he's talking about the oppression of his people, he goes, Did you all know that my mama was a slave at Wendy's?
That's good.
Penultimate. The senator goes, Chip, were you were taping me? And she goes, you're just like your father. And he goes, it's for your own good. I love you, Mom. In the butt.
That's funny. Good song.
And my last one is, this is what they made Senator Spinkle say when she was acquitting them of their crimes and the songs and everything. She goes, not only is Dr. S's CD not harmful, but it is the single most important cultural document since the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, sure. Yeah, sounds legit. That's funny.
That's my 14 quotes.
Little Perta face there. Good quotes, Brandon. I don't have any.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it's a tough go, but let's do some. It's time to guess ratings.
So we did songs. Now it's raps. What do you think Thermometer gave this?
Bad. Not fresh.
Not
rotten.
Fresh. Sure.
I'll say a 11%. Satires don't do well anyway. You're
close. Go ahead. 8%.
8. Ooh, 3 off. Okay. 8's bad.
How about
real bad.
Audience score?
Audience score. People are racist. So I'll say 34.
You're close. It's a 29.
No, only 5 off. Okay. How people?
How about Metascore?
It's still going to be higher because of things. Let's go 24.
You're really close. It's 20.
Oh, better than 5 each time.
Yeah. And lastly, an
All right.
audience score.
This is going to trick me up here. You said this was what number on our IMDb bottom 100?
That's what I was just trying to find. It is number 56.
Which would put that in the range a little bit behind Cats. A little bit behind Space, right around the Space Chimps 2 area. Can't remember anything. I'll say a 2.9 for this.
Oh, you're so close to 3.0. You fucking killed it today.
I did kill it. Thank you, Brandon. I did well in the budget and stuff too.
Yeah.
Look at me go.
So, and we'll bring this back
fresh.
lowest to highest rated. The ones right below it, just slightly worse rated. Space Chimps 2, Zartog Strikes Back, Skateboard Kid, Gooby, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
A couple gems, a couple duds.
Right above it, Mac and Me, The Emoji Movie,
Good movie,
Dragon
bad movie.
Wars, The
Bad movie.
Room,
That movie.
Mel.
So honestly, IMDb is not a great predictor of how well a movie is going to be on our podcast. Mel, which we love. That's what I'm saying.
The Last
right?
Airbender, which we love.
You can't tell based off of the critics what we're going to rate it because we keep it real around here.
We keep it fresh. What are you giving Marci X?
I'm gonna give this racist, bad, tonally off movie that I did not finish a 1.1 on the lasagna
Yeah.
scale. Yeah.
Yeah.
The parts I saw, I can't, in good conscience, even though it is racist, give it below a 1 because there were a couple parts of this part that I watched that I laughed.
Mm-hmm.
But most of it is garbage, and I think morally, I'm worse off for seeing it.
Yeah. You're right where
I
I was
feel
a
worse.
1.4. Yeah.
1.4, man, we're pretty low. Well, let's hear reasoning though.
It's racist. The
It's
songs are
racist
bad.
and bad.
The acting is bad. There's
Yeah.
so much that you can emit, and it's already 80 minutes as it is.
There's like little flecks of satire in there where you're like, oh, that could have. I could see a script at one point having that in there and it being funny, but then like rewrites or whatever down the line happened and it's just all bullshit racist.
And the Wayans, like Marlon and Sean and Damon, they're kings of satire. Like they're Marlon
Yeah,
and Sean are a big part of the scary movies. They're in 50
yeah.
Shades of Black. They were in the
They should know it all.
paranormal activity satire spinoff one. Like these are Little Man.
It
They're
should
Little
be,
Man.
yeah.
Fucking
It should
yeah.
be in there. It's bad.
This is not fully satire, and it's rough.
It pays the price for it. We do,
They did not
and
need
it's
to talk
racist.
about anal. She didn't need to be Jewish.
They mention it a lot.
They didn't need to ask her about her weight and his name and
It's a offensive movie
yeah.
in a lot of aspects. But what maybe we are outliers, Brandon. We're pretty close to each other, but maybe the critics think differently
Yeah, let's
in
see.
terms of some reviewers. Big
Wesley
Rog.
Morris at the
I
Boston
love
Globe.
Wesley Morris. I actually adore Wesley Morris. He works sometimes on The Ringer as well.
Alrighty. Well, that's good
Great
to hear.
writer.
This is
Let's
what
hope
he
he hates
says.
this.
The film had no idea what to make of black people or hip hop culture. Rudnick's script is filled with half hearted structuring and is exasperating in its enervated, politically toothless jabs. Marci X is just clueless and sad, seemingly having missed the point that hip hop is no longer a novelty to be slapped on the cheek with a white glove.
Ooh, he's so good.
That's
Love
fucking
Wesley.
good.
He's a great
That's
writer. Black guy
really
himself.
good. Mick LaSalle at the San Francisco Chronicle.
Don't know him. Maybe I'm a fan.
He says
Depends.
a dishonest satire that manages to be disingenuously contemptuous of white people and unintentionally condescending towards black people without ever being
Agree.
truly funny.
I agree. For sure.
And another big one to end it off, Jonathan Rosenbaum at the Chicago Reader.
We've heard of him before for sure.
He says it's no masterpiece, but I found it consistently good-hearted and sometimes hilarious. And the sparse crowd I saw it with was laughing as much as I was, especially at the outrageous rap numbers.
Rosenbaum.
Come on now.
Rosenbaum. Come on.
Come on.
Big Rog decided not to.
He didn't want to dabble in this one.
Let me see. Go ahead.
It was at least it wasn't on the Wikipedia.
Yeah, because sometimes I think it's not.
Reviews.
No, the only thing is Malcolm X, not Marci X, which I guess I'm realizing is a play off Malcolm X. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's bad.
And
He's a civil rights type.
6 users.
Little songbird jumping?
No little songbird.
Fuck.
I've got 1, 2, 3 of the 6 are returners, but no songbird, no Snoopy, no Lee Eisenberg, no Cost Mask, no Bevo, no Smells Like Cheese.
You know Cost Mask would it'd be all up in this business. Favorite movie ever. Who do we got though to start?
No Offline Draka. Our first one's by Plankton Rules, returner.
I know, he's pretty prolific.
February 1st, 2010, they say, this is a film that might have worked had it been a 10 or 20 minute short. In addition, the film did have a few pleasant or funny moments, but not nearly enough to fill 83 full minutes. So instead of being funny or interesting, the overall package is just kind of stupid and drags for what seems like forever. 2 out of 10.
Okay, pretty close to what our sentiments, Plankton Rules.
Next is returner Claudio Carvalho.
The Brazilian.
January 25th, 2008. They say Marci X is a silly but hilarious movie with the charming, elegant, and gorgeous Lisa Kudrow. Surprisingly,
One of
it
those
is
things.
it is ranked in the bottom 100. In my opinion, a tremendously unfair position. Lisa Kudrow is an excellent comedian, and
Tremendous.
I'm still laughing with her rap challenge on the stage. The rude Damon Wayans is also funny, with no surprises in his role. And Christine Baranski is specialized in performing villains and is also great. This is another movie that will never be nominated to the Oscar, that some intellectuals spend their precious time seeing it to write bad reviews in IMDb,
Hey,
misleading
smart
those
people.
that expect to see an entertaining, light, and silly comedy. Fortunately, I don't read reviews before watching movies. 6 out of 10.
All that for a 6. They're great. They're great. They're great. They hate smart people. 6. Okay.
Mid.
Bad reviewer,
Uh,
Brazilian.
Next, Edgar ST.
Returner.
I don't think so.
Edgar Special Teams. Okay.
December 3rd, 2021, they say the word spread that this film was bad, and everyone gave it negative votes. But I feel that opinion has more to do with the musical tastes than the cinema itself. I
Mm,
believe those who love rap felt offended for
but
its treatment of the genre and its main character, a singer,
sure.
rather than find abysmal cinematic faults. In any case, it is strange that other not very good films by Richard Benjamin, as The Money Pit or My Stepmother is an Alien or Made in America, had better ratings when this is funnier and has better comedy performances. Oh well, everyone to his own taste. 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. They love the comedy.
So this person's somebody that hates rap and thought it was this.
It's
This
rap.
is what,
Likes
yeah,
it. They hit. This seems like they're a racist.
yeah.
I'll say
Next newcomer, Lammy Pie 2.
that.
Actually, I might
Lammy
have used
pie.
Lammy Pie once or twice.
Lammy pie.
July 4th, 2005.
Oh, our nation's capital. Nation's
It's
birthday.
not capital.
Yeah,
They wrote this on Washington, D.C.,
they
believe it or
did.
not. They said, we all took a job we didn't like just to pay rent. But usually in that circumstance, we didn't subject the world to that knowledge. This film has known folks in it who just did not have to do this film. I think there was an idea over an apple martini or something that someone said, hey, we can make a really funny movie about that. No, they were wrong. Don't get me wrong. There can be a way to do something for this nature which can be entertaining, thought provoking, maybe even satirical. But the bottom line is that this is not the film, not the script, not the actors, not worth the time of anyone. 1 out of 10.
Yeah. Wow. Nail on the head. Right close with us. That's great. That's a good review.
Um, Next is a returner that I haven't used in a long time.
Hit me with it.
Sethin 172.
Stefan. Wow, the actual Seth.
Racist.
You're right.
And he was a
He is
racist.
racist. Let's see if he
So
loves this movie.
Sethin 17. So far, we found out that racists love this movie.
They do.
So
It seems.
Sethin 172. Some people might say Seth Tigner. On February 16th, 2006, they say, who likes hip hop movies? I do. This one stars Damon Wayans, who is, of course, one of the Wayans brothers. Y'all may know them from that show as well as that movie White Chicks. A very funny story that makes you wonder, what the question mark? If you don't like these kind of movies, then you need a reality check. However, if you do like these kind of movies, then nothing's gonna happen. You'll be dancing to the movies. Dancing to the movies, baby. Dancing. Hip hop movies rock. Dancing to the movies, baby. 10 out of 10.
That's a review. I'm sorry. That's the most brain dead review I've ever heard. Thank you, Seth.
Moron.
He is a moron. And we know this, though. I'm glad we remembered. Good reviews.
Dancing to the movies, baby. And my last one is by Dwaken 2.
Dwayne Bacon, former guard for the Hornets.
And shooting guard for Florida State University.
Yep. Shout out.
November 27th, 2007, they say. I was looking on the business tab and it was weird. This film cost $20 million. Where did the money go? Was it for the crack that the writers smoked when putting the script together? That makes sense. 1 out of 10.
A lot of crack.
A lot
They
of
probably did
crack.
it though.
So that
Probably
is
20 million.
ending it this week. Are you recommending Marci X?
Maybe to the racists in my life, you might like it. Yeah. To those people, you might like
Yeah.
this. To the
I'm,
people in my life who are not racist, this will offend you.
this is a hard no recommends.
Even to racists?
Yeah, probably. I'm afraid because my mom absolutely loves Lisa Kudrow that she might
Oh,
enjoy this film, and I'm like,
oh
you better
no.
not.
You better not,
like all of
Karen.
her stupid things, like she loves Phoebe, she loved Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion. Just those dumb Lisa Kudrow roles. She would probably think this is
It would be
hilarious.
tested in this. It would be interesting. That might be a good social experiment.
Could be. But that is
Because your
ending
mom's
it
not
this week.
racist. She's not a racist person.
No. Not that I
So,
know of.
so does her love of Lisa Kudrow overrule her
Racism.
her values of anti-racism? It'll be interesting. Maybe that's what this movie's all about.
Maybe that's
Where
what
is
this
that
movie
point?
that's what this movie needs is a Karen to watch it. A
I
literal
think so.
Karen.
I think that's what they're relying on. Exactly.
Yeah. All right, Mom, you have to watch this and let us know.
It'll be interesting.
That's ending it this week. Next week we've got a classic rom-com. It's not our masterpiece, but it's a classic. 50 First
Groundhog?
Dates.
Oh, 50 dates on the first time. Yes, Mr. Sandman. Our first time with the Sandman.
No, Little Nicky.
Ah, okay.
We did Little Nicky. Don't forget about that.
How can I forget?
That, and then we'll finish off Love Lads with our masterpiece in Groundhog Day before we get into some random shit.
Yeah, so support us.
Oh, we need to talk about our advent calendar. This is month 2. We had to set up a time to virtually talk. We've got an advent calendar coming.
We do?
Yep. You mentioned it last month.
That's a month ago, Brandon. How am I supposed to pick?
This is a part of our Patreon service, Lucas.
Okay, yes, of course. Our Patreon.
You're dropping
service.
the ball. You were supposed to figure out what we're putting in each day of the Advent.
Yeah, so if you've gotten, what is it, 45 days straight of red vines in your advent calendar, be on the lookout. We're putting something new in soon.
Wonderful.
Maybe some Twizzlers.
Maybe some Twizzlers, some nibs.
Get some nibs.
Fill an advent calendar with just liquids. You open it up, it's just root beer. You're like, fuck.
It spills on you again. Yeah. The cat gets into it and gets sticky.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
Good
advent calendar of liquids. Dish soap. You're like, fuck, what if a tiny little thing of dish soap?
That's the end. It helps you clean all the stickiness.
There you go. And so that's going to end.
Good ideas. We may be ending the podcast. We may be starting this liquid advent calendar thing. If not, we'll be back.
Later.
Kadoosh. Great idea.
I think this is a good episode. The fact that you hadn't seen it all and I got to say all the crazy
almost
shit.
A little bit, yeah, because I was like, no. It almost played in our favor a little bit. Just with like the ridiculousness.
Yeah, when I say they're doing a Kenyan dance on the dance floor.
Yeah, or he shoots a gun into the crowd. Yeah.
What a wild one.
Dumb movie. I like 50 First Days, so that's not bad.
Yeah, I finished the script for it yesterday. There's obviously a bunch about it. I'm not crazy about Sandler, but this is definitely one of my highest like Sandler comedies. I've enjoyed all of his like dramas that he's done. I haven't seen Punch Drunk Love though.
The best. I've always said he's a complete neutral to the director. If it's a bad director, he's going to be stinky bad. If he's good, he'll be good.
Have we?
David Dakota, bad.
So we've done 2 Sandlers. We've done Farrell with Eurovision. Have we done Jim Carrey?
What's the other Sandler we did?
Little Nick.
Yeah. Oh, this will be our second. You're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We did. What was the other one you're saying?
Have we done a Jim Carrey yet?
No, I don't like Jim Carrey.
I know you don't.
We've done a cook.
Ugh. Have we done any of like the frat pack, the Seth Rogen, Jonah Hill? I don't think we've done any of those either, as far as comedies go. But
They
yeah,
usually make good comedies.
yeah, they do.
All right, hey.
Oh boy, we'll have to plan around the Super Bowl again for 51st.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm not doing a whole lot. Maybe knock an hour out early or something.
Okay, yeah. I think Seth's gonna be over here to watch the Super Bowl. I don't know if he'll try and join us for 51st dates because I know he likes 51st dates, so maybe he would. But
Yeah, maybe just talk it out. Yeah,
cool. We'll figure it out.
cool. Be a pimp.
Go get some sleep.